Showtime.
Well, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the show. If you are new to our channel, I am your host, Robert, a.k.a. The Tall Man. This is my lovely wife, Lisa, and co-host, a.k.a. Mrs. Tall Man. Not that anyone ever calls her that. We are coming to you live right now from the NCL Aqua from our cabin 12182. Welcome, everybody, to the show.
Thank you.
That is a live look right now from our balcony, looking towards the back of the ship. You can sort of see the big drop, the slide down there. In fact, let's zoom in so you guys can get a better look at that slide.
Yeah.
And we can do that. Oh, that's not the right button. That's the right button. Yeah, there, look at that hanging over the side of the ship there. Look at that. That was actually open today and working. There was people going down there, and one guy was like, "It's not that scary." So there's the slide that goes right down and ends right on deck 8.
Can you see the lights on it if you zoom up?
No, I don't think. No, it's the Aqua coaster that has the lights, I think.
Is it? I thought it was the round slide.
No. So anyway, hopefully you all had a fantastic day. It is Sunday, Back in the, well, it's Sunday everywhere, I guess. Well, no, I guess some days it's probably Monday already.
Yeah, maybe.
It's Monday for us, technically, because it's after midnight. So we are going to be showing you Deck 6 here in just a couple minutes, but I do want to go over just a few housekeeping notes as we do this. As we mentioned, we are 100% live on the NCL Aqua right now, and we will come to you live every night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have questions about the NCL Aqua, there's no better time to get the answers than right now because we are on the ship, and we can go speak to the ship's crew. So if you have a question, leave it down in the chat if you're with us live. If we don't already know the answer, we will find it out tomorrow and bring it to you in tomorrow night's show live. If you're watching the replay, leave a comment because we answer all of our comments. We answer all of the comments and we will gladly find the answer. Okay, let's see. Other housekeeping notes. Don't forget our big, huge giveaway right there. We're giving away a cruise ship. We are. We're going to talk about that more in just a couple minutes, but oh my gosh, you're going to want to stick around and hear that. So let's say hello to everybody and then get to Deck 6. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
All right. Hello, Mama Tallman. Welcome. We had a pretty decent day. We'll talk about that as we keep going here. Happy cruising. Hello, Justina. Irene, good to see you. Desiree, welcome to the show. International Jewelers. So that's actually Larry. Hi, Larry. How are you? Bev, how are you this evening? John, looking good. Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Yes, we do.
Hello, Elaine. It's Tuesday. No, it's actually, well, it's still Sunday for you. Hello, Ashley. Welcome. Allie. Hello, everybody. Tim and I were at dinner tonight and said, got to make sure we're back in time for the Tall Man Live.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us.
We had dinner at the Italian restaurant,
Oh, nice.
Anda, tonight, so we'll talk about that here in a bit. Alex, good evening. How are you? How loud are you going to be tonight or not? Well, they did move. We have some new neighbors. They also have a YouTube channel, so maybe we get them to come on one night and like we did with Mark and Rocky. So we'll see.
We might be able to do that.
But yeah, we have new neighbors tonight. So hello, new neighbors. Hello, Macrina. Welcome. You were so quiet last night, Macrina.
I know.
Did you fall asleep?
Or did YouTube kick you out again?
I don't know. Shh. No, we're not doing that tonight. Does NCL match casino status? Can you find out?
Ooh, we will find out.
That's a good one. We will find out for
That is a very good one.
Okay. So we said hello to everybody. We're getting going. Again, welcome everybody. Let's get to Deck 6. And of course, you know how we do everything. We do it tall man style. So let's do it.
Filming Tom and style.
Hey everybody, Lisa and I, we are on the NCL Aqua. We're on Deck 6. This is a public deck. Lots of stuff going on. So let's get to it. We're going to stay to the right. I'm going to take you 360 degrees here on Deck 6. We are in the forward elevators. Stay to the right. There's men's, women's, and handicap restroom right here. We're entering the whiskey bar area. Which here is the whiskey bar. Over here is Hasuki. This is the Japanese restaurant. We ate in here last night. We have 18 tables in here. We actually ate right here. So this might be one of the largest Japanese steakhouses at sea. Very expensive. So if you enjoy the teppanyaki, you should be able to get a nice reservation here throughout your cruise. There's your actual whiskey bar. Sort of try to continue to stay to the right. Here's your swirl wine bar. Nice little area here, but if you're into wine, have a nice area here for taking in a nice glass of wine. Now this is the private access elevators for all the Haven Suites. Now we're gonna have to backtrack. Here is the Commodore room. It's one of the main dining rooms. Take a look. There you go. This is where you check in. Nice decor in here. Now they have a ton of restaurants on this ship. Love the decor all over this ship. So far, what we've seen, all the areas tie in nicely with one another. So many times on the ships, there'll be different areas with different theming, and sometimes the whole does not congeal. But I think on this ship, everything really ties together nicely. As you can see, as main dinings go, this is small because they have so many restaurant choices. Some of them are included, some of them are not. Some of them are specialty restaurants. Their current promotion is called More at Sea, which typically, if you get a More at Sea package, you're getting access through that package to go to their specialty restaurants. So this is right where we came from. We just went that way. So we're now going to go this way. Here's your Improv Comedy Club right here. We'll take a look in here. This is where all the comedians happen, all the comedy. It's a nice size area for an improv. Every seat pretty much has great views of the stage. We'll cover the other side when we'll walk back. Casino is very spread out on this ship. From what I understand, technically the casino never closes. It's always open. An ATM right over there. Or the casino is over here with all your tables. There's also, we'll sort of go back this way. Here's the smoking area. There's also high stakes room, I believe, is in here. But here's your smoking casino. And they also have tables in here. Normally smoking areas don't have tables, but as you can see, there are tables in here. I like that it's in a separate room. Keep the smoke away from everybody else. We're towards the center atrium of the ship right now. And we'll get over to the other side here in a little bit, but here's sort of your center atrium. Let's stay to the right. Men's, women, accessible. Which, by the way, there are no deck plans. However, there are digital boards everywhere. And if you just touch the Explore the Ship, it'll bring up the deck plans and you can actually change by just hitting plus. All right, and then it shows you another deck. So they don't have them visible, but those digital boards are everywhere. All right, so here is your Aqua Theater. So we're all the way at the front of the ship. The door is closed. Let's see. Go in. a bar, restrooms, men and women, and accessible right down in here. The theater is a convertible type space. All the seating that is on this deck, it's sort of an accordion style chairs. Obviously you can get upstairs there, as you see. They're not all the way back. They're only about halfway out. So they actually go back much further. Here's the stage. We're getting ready for Prince Revolution, which is tomorrow. Look at the size of the stage, guys. I mean, that is unbelievable. Set up for a rock concert, right? We could go out the other side over there, but we're not. We're going to go out this side. Yeah, that might be one of the biggest stages I've seen at sea. We can actually cut across to the other side here. Just so we make sure you don't miss anything down that way there. And again, there's your access down there, so we didn't miss anything. Okay. There's a bar on this side as well. So there's 2 bars in here. And restrooms. And forward elevators and stairs right there. Nice space down here. Back at center atrium. Your players club. The cage. You have a piano here. Nice big windows during the daytime. Looks good. So we'll stick to this side of the casino now. As casinos go, this one is really expansive. To include a high stakes room that we already showed you, a smoking room we already showed you that had tables. There's a second set of tables on this side.
And space to move around.
Yeah. It's all spread out. So there's the improv to give you sort of reference to where we are. All right. There's another cage. We just passed another ATM. And that is it. Hasuki is right there in front. We've already looked at all that. We are back in the aft elevators and stairs. So let us know what your favorite part of Deck 6 is in the comments below. Until we see you on another deck or another ship, be safe. Ciao.
Filming Tom and style.
Hasuki.
Bless you. Well, there you go, everybody. There is your Deck 6, 360 degrees. Showed you all the spaces. I forgot to mention the bar in the lobby area, in the atrium. We went by it. I just didn't say, and a bar, but the camera was sort of looking that way. So, but yeah, so there's your Deck 6. And so hopefully you enjoyed that. And if you're planning to make a visit to the Aqua, that you find a space there that you might like to hang out at. So there was that. So thank you all for joining us. We had a bunch more people pop in, so let's say hello.
Yeah, we did.
It's funny, Macrina's like, ha ha ha, I got a phone call. Hey, family's important. You got to take the call from your son, right?
Absolutely.
And then she says, I thought to myself, they're going to think I fell asleep. Of course, that's exactly. Very different look on this ship. Yeah, it's not very nautical.
No.
Right? I mean, some ships will have some nautical type themes sort of throughout because it is a ship. This is very contemporary looking.
Yeah.
But it's also, all the areas are very well balanced with one another.
They are.
From the color schemes. There's not these massive, huge differences from venue to venue.
Right.
Like on Carnival ships, if you go into the piano bar, it's always like really red in there. And anyway, or the blue room, it's all blue or whatever. So this is just, but they do add hints of colors in different places. You'll see some more of that tomorrow. Like in one of the restaurants, the chairs were like
Los Lobos.
a greenish color, but the rest of it tied together nicely. So
Yes.
we'll bring that to you tomorrow on deck 7, of course. Anyway, hello, Carol, Nurse Tara. Good to see you as well. Irene's like, love the colors in the decor.
Yeah.
Nice casino. It's huge. Again, most ships have like a casino area. I don't feel the ship has that. It just takes up different areas of part. Of deck 6. It's like in the walkways.
Yes.
Right? It's where the tables are. So they have 2 sets of tables. The third set is in the smoking room. So anyway, it's really big. Hello, Valerie. Welcome. Good to see you.
Hi, Valerie.
That's going to be a good concert. We actually went to Revolution tonight in Prince Jericho. We're going to talk about that in a bit.
Yeah.
Elaine, wish I was there. Mama Tallman's like, loving that casino.
Right.
Nice layout with plenty of nice areas to hang out. Casino looks wonderful too. It does. It really does.
Yeah, I agree.
Very modern look. Is there a main promenade area? I mean, deck 6, 7, and 8 are, the sort of the public spaces. I would have to go with deck 8 being more of the promenade. Deck 8 is also where the ocean, what is it called now? I can't. We just videoed it today. That's where the outside area is.
It is.
And the ship is very big on outside areas. Ocean walk, or I oh my gosh, I can't remember. It's late. We're tired.
We are, but I think you're right. I think it is something like ocean walk. Or,
yeah. And so that probably to me would be the closest to a promenade area. So, but again, we're going to show you deck 7 tomorrow, and then of course deck 8 after that. So, so there you have it. So today, wow, it was a day at sea. Go figure. and guess where we're going to be tomorrow? At sea. Go figure. And after that, and after that, and after that. Yeah, lots of sea days.
It's kind of a cruise to nowhere, but you can't really call it a cruise to nowhere because we went from Southampton to, well, now New York.
Yeah, now New York.
It was supposed to have been Boston, but...
Yeah. So the weather early in the day was actually quite nice. The sun came out. Yeah. And... it
was warm out in the sun.
In this, it was
cool.
about 50 degrees.
52.
And there was not really much of a breeze today. And so if you were in the sun, it was comfortable. But the second you got into the shade, it was like, okay, we know it's cool out. However, shortly after about 1:30-ish, 2 o'clock, about 1 o'clock, I think, the sun went behind the clouds, and then it was cloudy the rest of the day and cool. It's and the seas have kicked up Ben, and we're actually rocking pretty good right now.
We are. We had just talked about possibly walking around the outer decks today because there were so many people out enjoying the sun this morning. We were concerned that we would have too many people in the video, but it's rocking pretty good now. We're like, maybe we're not going to go out tonight.
Yeah, yeah. We've gotten all the inside areas and the outside area of deck 8. I forget who it was. I think it was Kelly. I'm not sure if you're watching it.
I think so. I've
Kelly,
got a note.
Kelly wanted to know if you go all the way around on deck 8. You can.
Yes.
Full circle.
Full
which
circle.
You'll see that here in a couple days.
And it was Kelly.
Yes. Anyway, there you go, Kelly. You can walk all the way around. But just like she was saying, the weather was nicer today. The sun came out for at least a little bit. And so there was a lot more people up on deck 17.
Yes.
So we haven't actually filmed 17 and up. We usually try to do those during the day, but we were really surprised at how many people were out there. So we may try that. Oh, there's the new neighbor right there. Wave. Come on over and knock and come on in.
Maybe we should invite them over.
Yeah. Maybe one night we'll get them on.
Yeah.
Yep. Who are your YouTube neighbors? We'll let them talk about themselves if we get them here on the show.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thanks. You guys are going to try the drop slide? Yeah. No.
The thing with me with slides is it's a tunnel, and if I can sit on it as I slide down, I'm good. But if I have to lay down, it messes with my head, and I cannot do those laying down. So I'm not entirely sure yet. If I can sit up, I might try it.
You can't.
I cannot sit up. Then I will not try it.
No. Did you see the guy come out of the tube?
Barely.
He was laying completely flat.
If he was, then there's no way I could handle it.
It's a pretty tight tube.
Yeah.
Of course, he said it wasn't scary.
He said it wasn't scary, but it's not a matter of being
Oh,
scary.
I know.
It's a matter of,
You're preaching-
scrambling my brains.
You're preaching to the choir.
Yes. Yeah. There's, for the most part, I'm good on rides, but there are a couple of things that I cannot do. I cannot get on a merry-go-round that spins like this. And that literally knocks me out. And going down a tube slide that I have to lay down. If there's any motion in my head does this, I'm done.
Yeah, Alex was saying he likes the lights outside the ships. We can see the water and stuff.
Yeah, me too.
We've talked about that. A lot of the newer ships are very well lit
They
on the
are.
outside.
They are.
The older ships are typically not. Like we were just on the Celebrity Reflection, and we had a balcony cam. You can see anything.
You could not see the water at all. But the thing is, they have to be very dark, at least in the front of the ship for the bridge, because they have to be able to see if there's any obstacles out there. But the back of the ship can be lit up.
Yeah.
So, when Robert pans, if you notice, it's very dark in the front and very light in the back.
Yeah. Yep. So there you have it.
Mm-hmm.
We love transatlantic because of the sea days. P.S. Not sure if you saw our buddy from Athens, Fotis. Yeah, he did. He sent me a private message and said thank you. I'm like, is that new car the result of our video? Congratulations.
Yeah, the new car looks nice.
Yeah, he's got a nice 9-seater yellow.
Yes. For
Nice.
those of you who don't know, Fotis, when we did the Greek Isles tour, we stayed some extra time in Athens. About a week in Athens. And we had a gentleman that lives over there. His name is Fotis, and his information is on our page. If you ever go over to Athens, you definitely want to have him show you around, without a doubt. So that's who we're talking about. He's got new transportation now.
So back that up a little bit.
Yes.
He's not a tour guide.
No.
So he's not going to drive you somewhere, get out of the vehicle with you, and then say, and this part was this, and then over here is this. He's not a tour guide. But he will take you everywhere, talk about the things on the way, get you to where you want to go, stop traffic for you.
Yes.
Get you up to the ticket counter, talk to them for you, get your tickets, all that stuff. In fact, he even negotiated all the dinners for us.
He did.
Like literally, we would go out to eat with him, and he wouldn't let us order anything. He took care of it all. It was fantastic. So it was like our own personal tour guide, sort of.
Yes.
And it was actually 6 days.
Yes.
But we had him a day before the cruise, the 6 days that we after, and then he took us to the airport as well.
Yes.
And for the dollars that he cost, it was far less than taking an excursion from anywhere else,
and far better of an experience than we would have had we been taking the short excursions.
Most of our days were 10 to 12 hour days.
Yes.
I mean, he really crammed a lot in there.
He did.
And by the time we were done with everything and all the days we had him, we paid about $100 per person per day.
Yeah.
Which is, again, far cheaper than anything else.
And of course, he crammed our day full because that's what we asked him to do.
Yes.
If you want to do, lighter activities, he's very good.
Yep, we'll do whatever you want.
Very, very thorough.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so let's move on to some more of the comments.
Okay.
I cannot do any rides anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I understand.
I totally get it. I can't do as many as I used to. I still love it, but there's some things that I can't do.
Thank you for the thumbs up.
Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you all for the thumbs up.
Allie said, forgot to tell you, Robert, I used meclizine when we were rocking on the Symphony, and it worked great. Usually nothing works for me. It worked like a charm. Yeah.
Awesome. Glad to hear
There's
it.
a link down in the description, and I don't think we can get to it. Actually, can you try to get to the bottle? We'll just show everybody.
Yep.
Meclizine is the active ingredient in Dramamine. But Dramamine, or Bonine, right, they have a lot of extra fillers and other stuff in there. And so the thing that you need to help with the seasick is the meclizine. Well, you can just buy, here, we'll go full screen again so you can see. You can just, and the bottle's going to be backwards, but you'll get the idea. You can just buy straight up meclizine. Amazon, you don't need a prescription for this one. Okay. So if you like moderately seasick type, this works wonders. Like now for me, I'm way beyond that. So I have to wear a patch. We get those. Those are prescription only. We get those from Runway Health. We're going to do a whole video on seasickness. But speaking of which, about time I take 2 of these anyway, because we're rocking pretty good. Hang on, they're chewable too. They don't taste bad.
No, they don't. But yeah, he takes both the
I went
patch and the meclizine, and that came from a doctor after weeks
weeks
of
of trial and
experimentation.
error.
Yeah. Yes.
But glad that meclizine worked. But the point was, there's a link down in the description. At Amazon, I think it's like $10 or $11 or
For
something
three bottles.
for 3 bottles of 100.
Yeah.
So you'll have these for like the rest of your cruising life. Ours, it lasts us, me, I should say, half a year, something like that. But anyway, Danny says, late, but we're here now. No need to restart the show. We will let you continue where you are. Oh, thank you so much, Danny. We appreciate that. Man. Larry says, Fotis rocks. Best time ever. Yeah, Larry used Fotis as well.
Yes.
So I forget what the video is called. It's one of our first videos that we put up on the channel, so you'll have to scroll back. I think it says hire this guy, and it's a picture of me and him on the thumbnail.
Yeah.
And there's contact information in the description of that video for Fotis. So if you're ever going to Greece, to Athens, and you really want an
to experience
amazing
everything you can
experience,
yes,
you need to go call Fotis.
Yeah, without a doubt.
We got a guy.
Yeah.
And by the way, he doesn't pay us.
Nope.
Right? I mean, this isn't, like we paid him for our time there, even though we were going to do the video for him, which we told him, and we paid the going rate. So, and now we just send him customers because we feel that's the right thing to do. So we don't, there's no, he's not paying us under the table to speak nice for him.
No, we just thoroughly enjoyed having Fotis show us around, and we just spread the word. Yeah.
Love Fotis.
Yes.
Love Fotis. Scrambler used to be my favorite ride. Yeah, not me.
Oh, I love the Scrambler.
Danny's like, how? I know what he's talking about. We'll talk about that here in just a second. I can do roller coasters with no issues. I can do like the Space Mountain. I can do Splash Mountain, which of course is no longer Splash Mountain, but that's really about it. Like really old, like old
the
wooden
old school roller coaster.
As long as it doesn't go upside down, I can handle that for the most part. But all these newer ones that have all the launches, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like Bolt isn't scary. It just goes around really in a circle. But the takeoff, it messes my brain up, and then I'm done.
Yeah. I loved Bolt.
Lewis says, sorry I'm late, but I would like you to start over. Okay, fine. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. I am your host, Robert, aka the Tall Man. This is my lovely wife, Lisa, aka Mrs. Tall Man. Not that anyone ever calls her that. We're starting over just for those who were late. No, I'm just kidding. The good news is there's a replay. You can just back it up and watch.
Exactly.
So, anyway, so our day today, the morning time was gone because we were up late last night finishing our videoing.
Yes.
At least the insides of the ship.
Yes.
So we did sleep until about, I don't know, 11:30, 12 o'clock, something like that. Okay.
12 for me.
Yeah. I didn't actually come back to the cabin until the sun was up.
Yeah.
When we were done videoing, I grabbed the computer, went and did editing and uploading and all that stuff. Because these videos are actually going to also start to release as regular videos, our regular content before the streams. So we want to get it all out there for all those people interested in the Aqua. So
yes,
I've been really busy. So anyway, but we got up around noon.
Yeah.
And I would say our day for me was a little more frustrating than typical days at sea.
It was very frustrating for me.
So the first thing that we wanted to do was to go to lunch, and we wanted to try the Indulge food court, the Indulge food hall, whatever you want to call it. Okay. So by the time we got up, moved around, a restroom, the normal morning things, it was about 1 o'clock by the time we got down there.
Mm-hmm.
That place was packed.
Not a table to be found anywhere that was vacant.
For 15 minutes, us and probably 50 other people sort of milling around trying to find a place to sit.
And the way that it's set up, you can't see around the corner. You just kind of have to walk.
Yeah.
So we walked and we walked and we walked.
Obviously, you're going to see that in the Decade Tour.
But
it's like she's saying, it's not like it's just a thing. It's
not.
It's all up and down and back and around.
It's like a 4-leaf clover.
Yeah. Now there is seating outside, but again, it wasn't quite nice enough to want to sit outside to eat.
No,
it wasn't. It was still a little bit cool. Okay. So, anyway, so we were unable to have lunch there.
Mm-hmm.
So, because we couldn't find a table. Now, there was a few bar spaces left, and this is kind of a note for everybody. tips and tricks here.
Yes.
There's, I don't know how many, let's just call it 8 to 10 dining venues down there.
Yeah.
And on each table, there's a tablet. And you can order whatever you want from any of them, and they'll bring it to you.
Mm-hmm.
However, the tip and trick, you cannot sit at the bar of one of the venues and order something from the other venue. You can literally only eat from the food that is being prepared at the bar that you're sitting at.
Yes.
And when we do our decade tour, you'll understand. So, like the tapas venue, there's, 4 to 6 seats there. If you're sitting at one of those 4 to 6 seats at the bar, right where they're making the tapas, you can only get tapas. Okay. But we wanted to try a little bit of everything. So we're like, yeah, let's just come back, because there was only a couple of bar seats available. There was no other spaces.
And so we sat down at Planterie, and I wanted to try their minestrone soup. So I was like, fine with that. But then when, like Robert said, when you look at the tablet, you can only order from there. And so I wanted to try the fried okra from the Texas barbecue place, and we couldn't do it. And there were no tables anywhere. Robert referred to it as musical chairs, and that's exactly what it was like.
Because there was at least 30 people doing the same thing we were doing, walking around in circles, waiting for somebody to stand up so we could,
and
jump in the chair.
Would try to, pounce on that table.
Yeah. So we're like, well, I guess we're not eating at Indulge today. So
very, very frustrating.
let's go up to the buffet.
Yeah.
So we go up to deck 17 in the buffet area, the Seaside Cafe, I think is what it's called. And that place was also packed.
Yes.
We had to wait 5 minutes for a table there to come available too. All the dining areas on this ship are tiny compared to dining areas on other ships.
Yes.
Like, for instance, the main dining rooms, which, again, you saw the Commodore tonight on deck 6. That's a main dining room. It's probably 25% of any other main dining room on any other ship.
Mm-hmm.
The other main dining room where we ate last night,
Hudson's,
same thing. It's about the same size as the Commodore. The buffet, it's tiny. It is really tiny.
It's
You're going to see that.
one side of the ship. It's not, most times buffets they encompass the whole width of the ship. This does not. It's only one side of the ship.
And and it doesn't flow well either. Again, no. in our opinion. But we're going to show you the video. You can make your own opinions. Mm-hmm. So anyway, it was hard to find a table there too. I've never in my life on any cruise ship ever, period, not been able to find a table anywhere.
Yeah.
Today, 2 places couldn't find a table. It was crazy. It really was.
Yeah.
So that was a little frustrating. Now, on the nice side of that, one of the officers up at the buffet spoke to Lisa, and she got on the phone and called the manager down at the Indulge Food Hall. And anyway, they made arrangements that, come on down. We are going to get you a table. We thought that was really nice.
It was very nice. No, Robert wasn't there, and she could tell that, I had that look on my face. I mean, it was very frustrating for me because Robert's a creature of habit. He always, buffet for breakfast and lunch, main dining for dinner. And I finally got him to go out of his comfort zone and go up to the
down to
the Indulge. And we couldn't find a table. And the whole time I'm thinking, I'm getting this look from him like, yeah, we should have just gone to the buffet. But after walking around and around and around and around, I'm thinking we should have just gone to the buffet. So when we got down there and we're sitting there, and I grabbed, he's like, go get some food. I'm like, I'm going to grab my coffee. And I came back and I sat down, and he's looking at me like, where's your food? All this talk about food and you didn't get food. I'm like, I am too frustrated right now. I want coffee. You go get something to eat. And while he was getting his food, like you said, the officer came over and, asked if everything was okay. And I said, I'm just a little bit frustrated now. And I told her a little bit about what was going on. I wasn't asking for any assistance. I just said, and it wasn't like she was a server. She literally was an officer.
She's an officer, yeah.
So I would not have said anything to the servers, but because she was an officer, I figured, okay, if anybody sees that anything needs to be addressed, it's going to be an officer. So I told her, yeah, I'm just a little bit frustrated because, we spent, all this time up in the Indulge trying to find a table, and there was nothing there. Well, she, took it like I need to do something now, like it was, and not, addressing in the future. So she literally, got on her radio and talked to the manager up there, and she said, "Okay, they are going to get you a table. So just come down, ask for this person," and they told us that several times.
Yeah.
I'm like,
We had two
no,
officers come to us.
no, we're done. I'm done. We're good here.
Yeah, we'd already had, again, found a table now at the buffet. Again, it took a while, but found a table there.
Yes.
Had already gotten food.
Yes.
And was already eating. It's okay.
Yes.
We're eating. It's the
Yeah,
buffet.
no, we're fine.
It's all good.
It's
We're just
in the conversation. We're
this
done.
is an FYI. It's your inaugural. You're working
Yes.
things out. This is just, put this on the list of things to try to figure out how to make a little bit better.
Yeah. But I was really impressed. They went above and beyond. They
Yes.
really did.
Yes.
They really did.
Yeah. So that was that. The lunchtime. And so it just was a little bit frustrating there for lunch.
Yeah.
So dinner we had in Anda, which was the Italian restaurant. We'll get to that in just a second. Let me get to some of the comments real quick, and then we'll talk about our dinner.
Yes.
Wow. John's L, no more spinning rides for him either.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, I love Bolt too. It's funny. I watched
too.
Bolt. I would love to ride it. I really feel I would love that. But I tried it, and just that quick takeoff, my vertigo, I'm done.
I loved it.
I'm then holding on for dear life so I don't fall off the ship. Lisa's got video of it.
Yes, it's called Terrified. Terrified on Celebration.
Horrible.
Yeah, go watch it. It's funny.
Yes, I agree, Robert, on the roller coasters. Thank you. We can hang out, Irene. I'm a true thrill seeker, says Valerie.
I love it.
I
love it.
It used to be, I just can't do it. Everybody's laughing. Hello, good day. Hello to the other side of the world. Thanks for sharing. Or thanks for starting over. Oh, Kara says, y'all aren't talking too loud, are you?
We might be.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
We're talking normal volume.
Yeah.
And so it's hard. We actually have video, and maybe we'll put this up so you can hear.
Yeah.
And I mean, you literally can hear the conversation next door. So
word for word. You can. Yeah.
That's why I have no ill will for our previous neighbors.
Zero.
Whatever they don't have in between the doors that other ships do is a problem. You can literally hear I heard him talking on the phone or computer or whatever he was doing, but he was having a call, and we literally could hear the conversation. And so it's not a good thing or a bad thing, meaning no ill will towards the previous neighbors. It's just, it is what it is.
How funny if we said, "Hey neighbor, if you hear us, come knock on our door," and he came in and knocked on the door.
Yeah, if you're listening, come on over, guys.
Yeah, come on over.
We'll let you in. We had to let security in the other night.
Yeah, we did.
But we don't think we're talking loud. We're just talking.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, maybe let's see if is he out there? Is he out there watching? Because he was out on his balcony a little bit ago. Anyway, we have a camera. We're watching you. We're watching. Danny Mac says, what kind of scenery could you see from the ship? Look left, water. Quick, look right. What do you see? Water. Look to the front, water.
Yeah. On the transatlantics, I mean, that
logged.
you have days without even seeing another ship go by.
I log. I'm not sure what that means here. I log. I don't know. Maybe she corrected herself. Oh, I love. I got it. Macrina says to Danny, that's what I said when we were live on the horizon. Danny says, by the time you get to New York, you won't even want a glass of water. No. Oh, no.
We will.
I'm good to go. I love the Indulge Food Hall. Yeah, I really feel we're going to like that too. There's so much to offer down there. And just, we got to be able to sit at a table so we can order from the different places.
Yeah, because I really wanted the minestrone soup from Planterie, and I also wanted the fried okra from the Texas place. I think you wanted the pulled pork.
Yeah.
And so we really wanted
Tapas
a little bit from
noodles and all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's no way to do that if you're sitting at one of their little vignettes. And I really feel like that is something that they should change.
Well, let's think about this, right? So there's a fairly expansive outdoor seating area
there is
to the Indulge Food Hall.
There is.
Now, there's a couple of things to think about. One, not everybody's going to want to eat outside, good weather or bad weather.
That's very true.
Two, good weather or bad weather.
Inclement weather.
Right? And so there should be at least, I would think, some sort of accommodations to account for that.
Yeah.
We're not going to have any really nice days this entire trip.
No, we're not.
I think 50 degrees is going to be about the temperature the entire time. So it's never going to be warm, I would say, enough to go outside and eat.
Right.
Because by the time the food comes, within 60 seconds, your food's going to be cold.
Yeah.
It's just, again, it's not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a thing. So I feel if that outside area is open and the weather is nice, there may not be as
there won't be an issue.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because there's probably as many tables outside as there are inside.
And the ship's not packed, y'all. We are
No.
not sold out. We're probably 1,000 people shy of max capacity.
Actually, I have new numbers.
Oh, you do?
I do have new numbers.
Remember we told you we didn't think the numbers were quite right?
Yeah, she wasn't looking anything up. So the new numbers, we have maximum capacity of the ship is 6,035.
That's including crew, but it's
including crew.
4,468 for the passengers. So we
Okay.
can literally put on nearly 4,500 passengers.
And on this sailing, we have 3,571 passengers on. We have 58 passengers under the age of 18. We have 65 solo passengers, and again, 1,567 crew.
Right. So we're about 1,000 people shy of max capacity.
Yes.
And so for there to be these kind of lines and seating challenges. Again, understandably, the weather's not nice, so all the outdoor areas they've set aside for seating are just not available. So that could be a thing. I don't know. For those who have sailed on the other Prima class ships, Carrie, you were talking about loving the Indulge Food Hall. Have you ever experienced a problem trying to find a seat at a table? Let me know.
Yeah, I'm assuming you've been on the Prima class. We talked to Reggie today, who was telling us. Hi,
Hey,
Reggie. He was telling us that he felt that the ship was about 10% larger than the Prima class.
And the layout's different. Some of
And
the
the
bars
layouts-
are changed around and
The
stuff.
layout's a little different, yes.
Where's the sub counter? Well, just it's not a widget. It was tough to put it in there. But so I took it off for tonight. But maybe I'll put it back last night if you guys really want to see the sub counter. I'll put it up there.
We just had that one goal we
Yeah,
wanted last
we hit
night.
16,000 last night, so we were happy to do that. But, hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, become part of the Tall Man Clan. And if you love cruising, we do come to you live every single night. We're on ships, bringing you a different part of the ship every single night. And we do it out of great love and great care. We do it differently, that we feel we do it differently than anybody else. So consider coming along, becoming part of the Tall Man Clan, all right? So there's that. Let's see here. Army's like, dope. Lewis says, wow, all busy, and you said it was not fully full capacity.
No, it's not.
Was the local busy? Yeah, it was all busy. And look, we also try very hard not to be there at prime time.
Yeah.
Prime time lunchtime is really, believe it or not, from 12 to 1. And that's going to be the busiest time. So we went there like right after 1 o'clock when the traffic should have been getting down, but it was not.
No.
It was still packed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of people circling, looking for
Yes.
that magical chair, musical chair.
Danny says you should team up with some other YouTubers to collab on your lives. Their subs could become your potentially. Yeah. I mean, it's not why we do it. We just do it for friends and like-minded people doing like-minded things. But
And we love a good conversation.
yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. So I mean, we had Mark and Rocky on when we were on one of the Carnival ships and stuff, and
Mhm.
we've tried to get with them as well. But
We've had Jay. We've
Yeah.
had, yeah.
yep. So
Mhm.
well, we didn't have Jay on live.
I thought we had him on live once.
I don't think so.
No?
No.
I know we did
No.
some video stuff with him, but I thought we had him on live as well.
Lori wants to know if it could be because it's too cold outside. We were just talking about that. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
It is cold outside, but there's got to be some expectation that not all cruises are going to have good weather, and,
Yeah.
and you have to have adequate seating, whether it's good weather or bad. I would think. I mean, I don't want to sit on the floor. I don't know about you.
Right. Down on a Cruiser says, will you sail on her again? We don't make that decision until the cruise is done.
Yeah.
Right. And it's, the first few days
Especially-
are a bit of a blur because we're videoing all night long and stuff sometimes during the day. And so it just, the first couple days are a blur. We want to get settled in. Also, we haven't been on NCL in a while, but some of the things are creeping back in, which
Yes.
we'll talk about again here in just a couple seconds after we
Yes.
get through some more of this comments. I thought you were talking softly today, but then realized my laptop volume was down. No, we're talking normal.
Yeah.
We're not whispering, but we're not screaming either. We're just normal talk.
Exactly. Yeah.
Larry says, "Don't think I will enjoy the sound leakage. I'm sticking with celebrity." This is about the connecting door, Larry.
It is. It's totally
it's
about
not
the
the
connecting door.
walls. It's the connecting door. And so if you stand like, oh, geez, let me see if I can do this. I don't think it'll go all the way around.
I don't think it will either, but we are gonna try.
All right, so there's the connecting door. It's right there, right? So if you stand where the TV is, and without the TV on, and just stand there and listen, you can't hear anything. You're hearing everything right through that door.
Yes.
And so you just have to make sure you don't
Get a connecting.
Are you
room.
kidding me? Come on.
Isn't I coming back around?
Yeah, there we go. You just need a cabin without a connecting door.
Yeah.
There you go. I guess I'll give you a look to the other side too. I mean, we did cabin tours last night, but there you go. There's that's all of it. All right. So yeah, you just make sure you book a cabin without a connecting door.
And I
It's that
think you'll
simple.
be okay. I really do believe that it is just the connecting door issue.
Yep. Oh, 100%. Carol Smith says on Prima Class, outside was also packed. Had to get there when it opened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else having the audio going in and out? Ooh.
Oh no.
Cruising with Ben and David posted a new video today that they were going to be on the same inaugural cruise, but but had to cancel because they had plans and couldn't do the extended days NCL offered. Interesting.
A lot of people canceled.
We didn't see them.
No,
we talked about
didn't.
that on the first day. You know,
Mhm.
we normally would. Our normal schedule for the past 2 years has been work 4 months, take 2 months off, work 4 months, take 2 months off. And during those 2 months we have off, it's literally cruising back to back to back to back to back to back. And so if that had happened to us, we may have had to consider the same thing. Are we going to cruise and miss another cruise? Or, we would have had to make a hard decision.
We definitely would have.
Yep. So,
We get it.
but, hey, we chose to come on the ship.
Mhm.
So, Kara says, on the first transatlantic on the Viva, the buffet was a madhouse. I could find a place that indulge if I waited. Also under capacity. Interesting.
Wow.
Karina says audio is good for me. So it seems that there's a seating issue with this class of ship and the food. And this is what I said to Lisa at dinner. They've tried, I think, so hard to create so many food venues that they're all tiny. Some of them probably smaller than they should be. And I understand, but that's NCL and their freestyle cruising. So let's talk about dinner and some of the things creeping back in, and you'll understand. So tonight we had Onda, and when we booked this, it came with a partial more at sea package. We didn't get the drinks, we got some internet time, and 3 specialty dining options. We could choose whichever 3 we want. So we've eaten at teppanyaki already. Then tonight was Onda, and we have Cagney's on the 6th.
Last day, yeah.
All right. So the menu, there's like 3 cocktails that they have up there for you to choose from. Okay, fine. They basically have it busted down into sort of 4 courses: pizza, antipasti, pasta, and then the second, which is your meat or your main part of the meal. Actually 5, and then dessert. We didn't, huh?
The secondi. And
then the dessert. So the pizza is margarita, which we had, mozzarella with tomato and basil. That pizza was completely different than the pizza that was on the buffet, which, by the way, there was no pizza on the buffet today.
No.
They had paninis instead of the pizza, which I thought was strange. But I didn't like the pizza anyway, so it didn't matter. This pizza, better than the buffet, but still towards the bottom. They also have Macchiano or something like that. I can't even read that. I'm
You're
so
the
sorry.
Italian.
I
You
know,
get
and if
to-
I can't read it. And then they had a calzone. So they had 3 options for the pizza. The antipasti, they had yellowtail crudo, beef carpaccio, market salad, burrata. I had the salad and she had the burrata. The Frito misto and creamy polenta. So that was from
Which the burrata was really good.
Yes. And then the pasta, spaghetti, which we both had. Tomato with basil. Mine was cooked perfectly medium rare. There's a story there. Scaletti, which is shrimp, clams, mussels, calamari with a white wine garlic sauce. Mezzalune, which is ricotta, spinach, preserve, truffle, butter, and sage. And then they had a pappardelle with a beef ragu, which is the pork, beef, and veal. The main part of the meal, the segundi, salmon, beef fillet, which we both had, veal Milanese, braziano, which is roasted chicken, and that was it. Unfortunately, we didn't make it to dessert, so we don't have the dessert menu. Couldn't tell you what was on there.
Actually, it's online. I can tell you what it was.
Okay.
Or what it should have been, or could have been for us, but was not. Let's get online here.
Kara says, Mezzaluna's ravioli is the boob. Sorry, you typed it, not me. Bomb.
That's great. Okay, so dessert
would
would have been
a butterscotch budino, a cheesecake, a panna cotta, or tiramisu. All right. So first things first, I wasn't impressed with the menu offerings in the specialty dining. So that was one. Two, the waiter comes up and said you can have one appetizer because we're using the
meal credit.
The meal credit.
Or meal plan.
Part of the more at sea,
Yeah.
right? We had, right? So you can order one appetizer and one
entree.
One entree and one dessert. I'm like, but you've presented us with 4 courses, but we can only, or technically 5 if you count dessert. So we can only have 3 of the 5. It was very strange. So we asked for some clarification, and he said the same thing again. So I grab out the menu. The menu is actually 2 sides. I said, so what you're telling me is I can pick one thing from this side, and then I can pick one thing from this side. Because the appetizers and the antipasti were on one side, the pasta and the main meal was on the second side of the menu. And he said, yes. I said, okay, fine. So he goes away. Then there was some kerfuffle with the people sitting next to us. I'm thinking it was the same sort of thing. Manager comes over, whatever. So he comes back. I said, this just doesn't make sense to me.
So just clarify. If we order pizza, we can only get one of the entrees, or it was an appetizer. I think it was. I don't know.
So in the end, I don't know what happened, but we ended up being able to get one of each.
Yeah.
So, but we only ordered 3, and then we split the pizza.
Yes.
Because believe it or not, the portions were pretty good size.
They are. Yeah.
So, if you're getting these the more at sea meal things, you just got to know it's not inclusive. It comes with
limitations,
a big asterisk and limitations.
Yeah.
And that was what was bringing back the old NCL, if you will, to me. Like, okay, it's the same thing when we got on the ship. We're opening up the internet for everybody to be able to, change their plane reservations, whatever. No, that's not what they did. They gave everybody a 30-minute credit. And there's no way in hell, excuse my French, but there's no way in hell you're fixing your reservations for a plane in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not happening. Right? So it just a lot of these things, right? Anyway, we go to the show. I'll talk more about the show in a minute. But the same thing. They literally just before the show starts, take out your phones and video and take the pictures and post them, this, that, whatever. Great. Turn my camera on, get going. 20 minutes into the show, I get the tap behind me. I'm sorry, sir, you can't, video this. It's copyrighted material and blah, blah, blah. You need to turn it off now and confiscate and blah, blah. I'm like, who the you? It's music. It's not your music. It's Prince's music. There's no copyright here. The only copyright is if I happen to publish this, the people who own the music are going to want a piece of that action. Not you. So, in one side, they tell you one thing, but the reality is it's something different. And this is some of the stuff that we experienced in the past with NCL. It seems like they haven't changed. So we have a few more days, 8 more days to ride it through.
To see how much conflicting information we can get.
Correct.
Yeah.
But that was, all part of that. Sorry, I'm just moving things. Part of the frustrating day. We're trying to, which we've paid. They didn't give us this cruise. We paid for this. A lot of money for the inaugural on this particular one. And so we're trying to help advertise your cruise ship. And so I don't know. It just seems a bit weird. So I can also tell you from listening to people talking today, there are some air conditioning challenges right now on this ship.
Yeah.
Remember we told you how warm it is in our cabin? It's not us. There are many cabins that are having AC problems right now. In fact, the people that moved in across the way moved in because they have no AC in their cabin. I don't know if the cabin next to us is good, but I can tell you this one has. It's hot.
It is very warm in here.
Yeah.
And for me to say that,
Yeah,
I am
it's
always
hot.
cold and I am hot. I'm
Yeah.
sweating.
We have the door open to the outside just a little bit. We have it mostly closed right now because I don't want sound to leak out this way. But anyway, so yeah, they've got some challenges to work out. It's an inaugural. That's what happens. It's all good. But learning some of these things, it just was a little bit frustrating today.
Yeah.
So let's get back to dinner. The food was good.
It was good.
I mean, the pizza was better than the buffet pizza, and it's still probably 6th on my list of cruise line pizza. But
I liked the crust. I know you said you didn't care for it or the sauce.
Yeah,
You thought the sauce
sauce
was
wasn't quite
flavorless. I thought it was fine. But it was very, very cheesy. A lot of mozzarella on there.
Yeah. So that was that. The food at the buffet, they had a roasted corn chowder. Oh God, that was fantastic.
That was really good. Yeah.
I tried the tuna panini. It was great. That was good. What else? I don't think what else did I have for lunch? I ate really a small lunch today.
We both had a very small lunch. Yeah.
So then back to the dinner. We just talked about the pizza, the salad. If you want to see all these things, guys, we post all the pictures of the food, and the menus on our Facebook group. Just go there. I think Lisa has them
It's
posted already.
Posted, yeah.
Presentation was fantastic.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah.
But
the
just,
market salad, I've never seen a salad presented that way.
it was really neat.
Great. Yeah.
It's a private group. You got to answer the questions or it won't let you in. First question is, what was your first cruise?
Mm-hmm.
So what should today's word? Frustrating. If you've never been on a cruise, just type in the word frustrating. Anyway, whatever you want to type in there. The second one is just adhering to the group rules, agreeing to the terms and conditions, which is essentially no spamming and being nice. Okay,
Yeah.
but go there and you can see all the pictures of the food and stuff and all the menus. So there we go. Yeah, so the salad was really good.
Yeah.
I think you could have used a few more drops of salad dressing, but that's just me. I really tasted very little. It was like a champagne salad dressing. So, but it was really good. We both had the spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I enjoyed the spaghetti.
So our poor waiter, I don't know.
He had the day that I had our first day on the ship. I was not making sense. The things that were coming out of my mouth were not what was in my head.
So he's asking me, I said, sir, so what would you like for dinner? I said, okay, I'll have the margarita pizza. Okay. And then I'd like to try the market salad. Thank you. And then I'll also do the pasta and the filet. He goes, and I said, and filet, and I'll do that medium rare. He says, so how would you like your pasta cooked? Medium rare? And I'm like, what?
And for me, because he did mine first,
yeah,
he was, how would you, I would like the beef filet medium. And he goes, and how would you like that cooked medium? And he started laughing. He's like, yeah, you did say that.
Yeah.
And then he did the medium rare pasta for him. It was hilarious.
It was great.
Yeah.
So he comes over with the pasta. I'm like, this is going to be cooked perfectly medium rare, right?
I'm going to be really upset if it's not.
The pasta was fantastic.
It was very, very good.
The filet, the presentation, I mean, it was really, and it was nice. It was a great filet.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, from that moment, 5:30 to 7 o'clock was everything we just experienced. Getting the table, ordering, getting the food, eating it up through, and to be honest, I didn't even get to finish all of it.
We didn't finish the steak. We left.
Because it was like 1 minute after 7 and the show started at 7:30, and we figured out last night that you've got to be there or you're not getting a seat.
Well, the thing is they open up the doors 30 minutes early and they do a pre-show. And so everybody's there 30 minutes prior. So the show starts at 7:30. You got to be there at 7 for the pre-show, which means you got to be there earlier so you can get a seat.
When we got there, I think we got like the last 2 seats.
I think we did.
And Onda was right outside of the theater, sort of. And so we were there by like 7:02 and there was 2 seats left.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So the way, and this was their brand new show, the Prince sort of tribute, Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
their seat, and you saw it in tonight's video of Deck 6. If you didn't see that part of the video, make sure you go back and watch the Deck 6 video. This theater is a convertible kind of space. The seating that's typically on Deck 6, it's like this, but it accordions back in, and so the floor can just become this big dance floor. So for this show, it's halfway retracted. So there's a lot of chairs that are just not open.
Yes.
So you have these chairs here. There's two rows of chairs on the sides of Deck 7 and 8, and I think 3 rows on the back of Deck 7.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point is, there's not a lot of seating.
No.
They have this set up that they like a rock concert. They want you
Yes.
down in the mosh pit.
Yes.
Right? Standing room only. They want you down, bellied up to the stage. But the performance also happens throughout the dance floor. They're moving set pieces around on the dance floor. So they have people moving the people watching so they can move the set pieces. And they sort of build that into the show.
Yes.
And so anyway, so we got there and we found 2 seats together, and I'm looking around, I'm like, dude, this was 2, 3 after 7.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get to some of the comments and then we'll talk about the show.
Okay.
Macrina says audio is good for me. Daniel says
Awesome.
audio good for her.
Awesome.
Carol says audio is spotty for her.
Oh.
You know what's funny? When we first started, I checked. Are you ready for this? When we turned the show on, our speed test came back 379.8 megabits per second.
That is
the fastest I've
crazy.
ever seen.
Yeah.
We need 4.6 and we're starting off with 379. So the internet speed's been pretty
Killer.
fast.
Yes.
Pretty fast.
Yes.
At least when I've checked, but it also has dropped off to nothing.
It has. It's
So.
been very intermittent.
Anyway, Ashley says audio was spotty for just a few minutes, but now it's better. Okay, audio is spotty for me too. Just refresh everybody; it'll come back. When you have all those venues, it's sad or bad if you must sit at that area. She's talking about the indulged food court. So it's not that you have to sit in the area. Just imagine a food court at a mall, right? And there's the area where all the tables are. But imagine when you go up to that little food vignette at a mall food court, you stand in line to order the food. Okay, you're not going to stand in line, but imagine where you normally would be to order food. There's 6 bar stools, and there's a bar at the front of that area in the food court at a mall. That's essentially what it's like here. Each of the food vignettes have a bar where people can sit.
Yes.
And then there's the tables.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want to try things from the different venues, you have to sit at a table. You cannot sit at the bar at the tapas place and order barbecue. You can only sit at the bar of tapas and get tapas.
Correct.
You can only sit at the bar of the barbecue and get barbecue.
Correct.
You can only sit at the bar of noodles and get noodles. You literally have to sit at a table if you want to try everything.
Yes.
And, of course, we've already gone that. So that was that.
Yeah.
Elaine says, only Robert's mic. Oh, interesting. I don't know.
Oh.
Mezzaluna ravioli is the boob. Bomb. I'll read that twice. He said boob live on YouTube. Ashley says, try to go back out and in. Yeah, that's, we talked about that. Just reset. Pappardelle sounds yummy. We didn't try that. We just wanted the pasta tonight. Yes, we know what you meant, Kara. Boob. That's what you meant. I got you. Yeah, I don't like those ultra dining menu rules. Yeah, it's and that was one of those things that, like I said, crept in from the past. Here's all this stuff, but here's the asterisk, and then here's the asterisk, and here's the asterisk. I'm like, and that's why when their phrase was, freestyle cruising. There's nothing free about freestyle cruising. There just isn't. So anyway, especially with their prices being way higher than they are now, they really are pushing this more at sea thing,
They
where
are.
drinks and specialty dining are sort of all included and stuff. But it's like, man, these restaurants are. I mean, they're tiny. You'll see as we continue. Again, tomorrow we'll show you Deck 7. Then the next day, Deck 8, and you'll see all the at least the restaurants inside. When we get to Deck 17, you'll see how small that food court is. Palomar, I mean, all these places, they're tiny. They talked about, this, I won't say it was a big to-do, but Planterie.
Yes.
It's a tiny little area in the indulged food court. It's not its own little thing. I think it's got like 6 bar stools.
Yeah.
It's
No,
just
I think it had like 8 at Planterie. It was one of the bigger stations. Because that was where we sat, and there were 4 empties, and I know there were at least 2 people sitting there.
Yeah.
So maybe it was 6.
Danny wants to know how you say hell in Norwegian. I don't know, but we can find out.
Google Translate.
Yeah. Larry's like, good night. Hope you enjoy. I'm not switching to this rule-heavy cruise line. So we ask you to share some of the show. Have a good week. Book a Broadway show. Maybe MJ, right?
Right.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yes.
that in nothing irks me more than that.
Yeah.
I've prepared. I'm sitting there. I'm respectfully, instead of enjoying myself to the fullest, I'm sitting there holding a gimbal and a camera so we can capture this and bring some of this stuff to you. So for them to say, yes, do it, and then 20 minutes later say, no, don't do it. I'm like, okay, can you guys, well, that you're videoing the entire thing.
And you can't video the entire thing.
We meant you can take 10-second shots or something. Like,
yeah.
What the, whatever. Joff wants to know what latitudes we are. We're at the bottom of the list, y'all.
Yeah, we are. We're bronze.
Yeah. So
we've sailed on NCL quite a bit. Years ago, we were travel agents, and we did several of the seminars at sea, which is where travel agents go and they learn about the ship, and they, it's a full cruise, but there's also classes involved.
Yes.
But the seminars at sea
You don't
that
get
we
credit for
took,
that.
you don't get credit for it. So even though we've been on NCL way more than the bronze level, we're at the bronze level because that's what we've paid for out of our pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we had like 4 other cruises with NCL that are not counted towards our levels, but we're not level people. We don't care about that crap.
Yeah, we really don't.
The only thing that we enjoy about any of the sort of levels is on Carnival we get our laundry
free.
done for free. That's about the only perk on any cruise ship we really like.
It
I mean,
is.
MSC, we get some discounts
We do.
when we book, so that's kind of nice.
That is very nice.
But anyway, yeah. But yeah, we're bronze. We're bottom of the barrel. It's all right, doesn't matter to me. Kara's like, the Prima last week was a lot easier in the food venues than the Viva inaugural. Still a little backed up, but Indulge and the buffet worked a lot better. Yeah, and so a lot of these things they may figure out as they go along. But there's one area, and I don't know if it's the same way on the other ships because we haven't been on any of the other Prima class ships.
No.
But when you first come into the buffet, you have to make a quick left, and then within about 5 or 6 feet, you have to make a right. Now you're walking down the length of the buffet.
Yes.
In that area for people to transverse, it's a bottleneck.
It is totally a bottleneck.
If you're in a scooter, a wheelchair, or a walker, there's only enough space for one person to pass through at a time.
Yes.
It's there's some choke points.
And we all know how impatient people are, and the poor people on the scooters and wheelchairs, they are just sitting there waiting.
Yeah. We watched that as we were trying to leave.
We did.
This lady, she was in a walker. She couldn't get around because it was a lot of traffic. I am shocked. Again, today's weather was good. It was 50-something degrees and the sun was out. And there were people out on the deck, which is why we didn't video it today. And a lot more than we thought. We're like, wow. There's a lot of people, and I couldn't believe there was a lot of people out there like in bathing suits and stuff.
Yeah.
There was no water in the pool during the day.
No.
Why there's water in the pool tonight, I don't know.
I noticed that. I was wondering if you saw that.
I did, but there was no water in the pool today, so nobody was swimming. But they were in the chairs, and they were getting sun because the sun was out and stuff. But inside the ship, man, this is the most crowded, smaller or mid-sized ship that we've been on. I felt less crowds on an 80,000-ton ship with 3,000 people.
I agree.
Than this 150,000-ton with 3,600 people.
I agree.
It really feels congested all the time.
And what's funny to me is there's when you're walking through, like the casino's so spread out and there's so much room in there. Yeah. And then you go up into the bars, and the bars are this massive, expansive thing, and there's, space you can walk all around it. And then you get into the restaurants and everybody's like this.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they'll figure these things out, right? And so a lot of the things we talk about, I mean, yes, we've had some frustrations, but a lot of it we try to not deliver it as a complaint because we know they're going to get better.
Yes.
We know they're going to tweak and make and fix these things. It only happens through being at sea and running the ship with the crew.
Yeah.
But some of it is like physical that I don't think can easily change, like that corner.
Like this door.
Like the door. Yeah.
Like the door.
Yeah, they need to take the 2 doors off and put 2 doors on that are actually
soundproof. They
but
do.
We'll try to meet the neighbors and introduce them to you.
We will.
Marina's like, medium rare pasta, al dente. I know, right? How many Starbucks are on the ship? I think there's just the one.
That's all I saw was just the one.
And it's pretty big. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
Huge Starbucks.
You'll see that as we continue on. If you're just joining the channel, we are 100% live.
Thank you.
I haven't showed it in a while, but this is actually a live shot right from our balcony. We're here on deck 12. This is cabin 12182. That is a camera we've put out there. In fact, I'll move it so you understand. There we go. I'm in control of the camera. I am in control. Zoom in, zoom out. Anyway, but yeah, thank you for being with us. We will be bringing you a different part of the ship every night. Tonight was deck 6. Thank you very much. Tomorrow is going to be deck 7, and then of course deck 8, and outside of deck 8, the sort of the promenade area of deck 8, and then on up. And so make sure that you hit the subscribe button, the thumbs up as you're doing. Thank you so much. Become part of the Tall Man Clan and enjoy us. Yeah. If you're looking forward to going on the Aqua here soon or thinking about it, a lot of the stuff we're talking about will be fixed.
Yes.
Some of it will not. I mean, if they only allow one this and one this and one this, I'm assuming it's that way across the fleet. Maybe they make a change. I don't know. The air conditioning issues that they're having, they're obviously going to fix those. How people move around the ship. This ship is going to be doing Caribbean cruises, so there's going to be a lot more people pushed to the outsides. So maybe that alleviates the traffic in the inside. So a lot of things we're experiencing on an inclement, rocky, colder, bad weather, 10-day transatlantic, you may never experience in your Caribbean cruises.
Yes.
But we want to at least bring them to you so you understand there could be a possibility.
Yeah.
But we try to do it as Switzerland as possible.
Yeah.
As much as possible. But sometimes it does even get frustrating. Like the videoing.
And we give you our perspective and what happened and why we feel the way that we do. And we do try to be objective about everything.
So anyway, we will, I think Starbucks, I think, is on deck 8. Is it 7 or 8?
Yeah, I believe it's 8.
It's either tomorrow or the next day. Deck 7's tomorrow, deck 8's the day after that. You'll see it. It's very large Starbucks.
Yeah. And we do cover at each deck 360 degrees. I mean, we cover the whole thing. So you'll see it all.
Ashley just said, I just noticed our group cruise counter, 222 days. Yes. Sounds like a lucky number to me.
Yay.
Yeah, Jordan, there it is there. We're going to play a little teaser for the group cruise in a little bit, but, y'all consider joining the group cruise. It's in November. It's going to be an 8-day cruise, and, again, we'll play a little information on that, just as well as we're giving away a cruise ship, guys. Yeah. We're literally giving away a cruise ship. So, yeah, amazing. Who wants their own cruise ship? This is how I say it. That's how I say it, Danny. Bev's like HEL, hell, Norwegian for hell. What's up, Daniel Fields? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you again. Danny, oops, I can't fix bottlenecks. No. It's hard to fix that. There's a physical obstruction, and I know this is a bad sign, but it's there's a V. So you come in, there's a post, and there's like railings and stuff that literally would have to be removed for them to take out that bottleneck. But like everything else, I feel that the design is made because there are so many eating options that people are going to spread out. Some people are going to go to indulge. Some people are going to go to this cafe. Some people are going to go here. Some people are going to go there. But interestingly enough, Lisa made a comment like me, creature of habit. We're going to do buffet in the morning. We're going to do buffet at lunch. And then we're going to have, and go to the main dining room at dinner time. Mm-hmm. And it's not that I enjoy the buffet for breakfast and enjoy the buffet for lunch. It's just, it's the easiest thing. There's usually never any traffic or very little traffic. You can always find a table. You're not having to wait for the waiters. And you can get little portions of everything and try a lot of different foods, right? So if we come on NCL with our habits of going to the buffet in the morning and the buffet for lunch, if anybody else has those same habits, that buffet, man, it's tiny.
It is.
Really
It's
is tiny.
small.
You'll see it when we get to deck 17. It's pretty small, and so that can never be fixed.
Yeah.
It's trying to get people. Okay, this set of people are going to go to indulge. This set of people are going to go to the buffet. This set of the people are going to go eat in one of the restaurants, the main restaurants for lunch.
And then this set of people go to the
And-
local.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Lewis says NCL Platinum. Prior embarkation, 2 specialty dinners, early dinner and entertainment bookings, and free bag of laundry. Okay,
Very
there you
nice.
go. Awesome.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
we'll get there. I mean, we're platinums on Carnival. We're diamonds on MSC. I don't remember past it. Royal.
Can't tell you about anybody else.
Yeah, I don't even know. We just go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I swear we probably forget half the things we could get.
Oh, I know we do. Without a doubt, I
Yeah.
know we do.
Joff wants to know, how is the dry slide? Okay, so we were talking about this, I think, before you cued in. The dry slide was open today.
Mhm.
The Aqua Coaster was not. In fact, none of the pools had water. They weren't.
Yeah, they
I
were
don't know
dry
what's going on.
today.
It's though the sun was out, it was the weather outside was only nice for a few hours today. But we did run into a guy who came down the slide. Neither of us are going to be able to try it.
Yeah.
I have vertigo. I have bad problems with things that move. In fact, I got a patch on this ear. I actually have a patch on that ear too. This was my first one. This is my second one. So I overlap them by a few hours. We just put this on before the stream, so I'm going to take that one off in the morning. I can't do that. She can only do a slide if she can sit up.
If I have to lay down, which on this one apparently you have to lay down, it forces my head to do this, and that is not good for me.
Yeah. So but we talked to a guy that had just gotten off it. He loved it. He said it was
did.
fantastic.
Yeah.
He said, you got to do it.
Yeah.
It's not scary at all. I'm like, okay, it's not about being scared.
Totally
us.
not about being scared.
So yeah, for those who want to try that slide, this slide, the one that you can see hanging off the side of the ship right there, that's the slide that he's talking about. Here, let's
see if we can get a better shot of it. There we go.
That's the slide. You get on it, I believe, from deck 17 or 18, and it just kind of curly cues its way all the way down.
All the way down to deck 8.
Oh, they're out there washing now. You can see the guy down there pressure washing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Back up. Yeah. So they said it was great.
Yeah. Yeah, he loved it.
Another place to have breakfast is in the observation lot. Yep, correct. We may try that one day too. We're here for a bunch of days, and so this is just day 2, and so
Day 3.
Day 3. Well, it's I know day 3 by the cruise, but it's really just the end of day 2.
Okay.
Because we got on the cruise, it's so weird. I've never counted like the day you get on as a day. Because you just got there.
You got to look at the daily planner. It says it's day 3,
I
so
know,
today
it
is day 3.
It's day 3. But it's day 3. I don't know. Anyway, the point is there's a lot of other days, and we're going to try to get it all in there and try a little taste of everything. And so we'll like breakfast. We actually haven't had breakfast yet on the ship. We've slept through breakfast because we've been working until about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And we're not necessarily hungry. We're just tired. We don't want to go eat and then go to bed. We just want to go to bed.
Yeah.
And by the time we wake up, breakfast is done.
Yeah. It's noon.
So anyway, so yeah, Lori Beckwith says we'll be on their first 7-day Caribbean cruise next month. Oh, excellent,
Very
Lori.
nice.
Yeah, and so you have to make sure you come back. Please do us a huge favor. Go into our Facebook group, become part of the Tall Man Clan there on Facebook, and there it is. And let us know your experience, because you're going to be on very, very soon.
Yeah.
And this will give us an idea of how well they're making changes.
Absolutely.
So that's awesome.
And yeah, we're going to have all of the decks 360 degrees around each deck.
Yep.
So watch all the videos and you will know your way around this ship before you ever get on it.
Danny says, if there were only a group cruise for newbies on here tonight, I'd get to know you all better. We have a group cruise. God, let me plow through these last couple comments and we'll talk about the group cruise.
Okay.
How's that sound?
All right.
Marina says, Starbucks larger than the restaurants? No, it's not larger than the restaurants. The Starbucks is in the atrium area. It's just a sizable area, right? Because it's the atrium area, the lobby, whatever you want to call it, the center atrium. So it's just there's an expansive area, and it's a pretty big
But
counter.
as far as the size of that counter goes, I do believe it is larger than the food vignettes and Indulge.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
It's pretty big.
Maybe they will limit your buffet to 3 options. I don't know. Hey, Dr. Shree, how are you tonight? Welcome, welcome. I like a buffet, but I like the dining room for dinner. Exactly. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Danny says we're Sapphire on NCL. The benefits are nice. Okay, there you go. Ashley says
Nice.
31 days and I'll be on Carnival Breeze. Only a 4-day, but any cruise is a good cruise. I agree, Ashley, 1,000,000%.
Absolutely.
Lori says, I'm in your Facebook group and will definitely report back. Thank you, Lori.
Yay,
Awesome.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, there you go. All right, so there's why did we plow through? Oh, group cruise.
Yes.
We are having a group cruise. Our very first group cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1. There's nothing more important than the very first one. It's in 222 days. Here is a little info on the group cruise.
Come join us November 8th, 2025.
There'll be meet and greets,
Parties,
pineapples.
ducks, and of course the live shows.
Don't miss our first ever group cruise. We'll see you on the horizon. Sorry, Lisa will be back in a second. We just actually are, I told you we're rocking. The balcony doors, they don't open, they slide. And ours, we keep almost closed because we have a cable running out there for the camera, but it just went flying open.
It did.
I mean, this camera doesn't show it, but we're moving pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Anyway, group cruise. Yes. If that email went too fast, here's the email. If you want to join us for the group cruise, please send us an email. We are not travel agents. We just want to go hang out with the Tallman clan. So we didn't create the group cruise to make bookings off you. Not that that's a good thing or a bad thing. I know there's a lot of travel agents out there that have YouTube channels. That is fantastic. We're just not agents. But we do have an agent handling the group cruise booking for us. So if you email me, I will forward you Kathy's information, and you can book directly with Kathy. You do need to book into the group to attend the group functions, though. Okay, so if you one of those casino guys and girls, and that's not going to work. You need to literally book into the group. Okay, so just send us an email, and we'll take care of that for you. Right? And we look forward to seeing you. We're our very first group. We have all kinds of fun things planned. It is an 8-day, 2 days at sea. Then we're doing Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao, and then 2 days back to Miami. So total of 8-day cruise. We're going to do a group excursion somewhere in Bonaire. I haven't picked it yet. I apologize, but we're going to do a group excursion. And then outside of that, we're going to have some daily things and some funds and some giveaways and all these different things. So it'll be an event. Mm-hmm. You'll I know it's our first. And
we're going to have fun.
If you understand how I produce this, imagine how I'm going to produce a live event. Just saying. Just saying. Oops. Facebook group. Wrong thing. Okay. The giveaway. God, I keep on promising to talk about the giveaway. Mm-hmm. As soon as we get off the ship, 4 days later, we're going to be right on the MSC World America for its inaugural cruise. It starts right after this. So its very first cruise, just like this one, sailing out of Miami, 7 days. And the World America is sort of like an Oasis class ship. It's about 230,000 tons. Very big ship. Anyway, to commemorate this, we are giving away a 1 to 400 scale, which is literally going to be about this big. A 1 to 400 scale Lego brick type model replica of the MSC World America. Now, so you know, this is not sponsored by anybody. It's not sponsored by Legos. It's not sponsored by MSC. No, nobody gave us any money. And this is costing some money, y'all. right?
Yeah.
I mean, just for you to understand, if you want to go buy the Titanic replica that Lego sells, it's $660. So we've paid a Lego type brick artist to design this for us. It comes with a full set of instructions. Yes, you're going to have to build it yourself. I'm not going to build it for you, though I would love to. Yeah, so we feel the value of this is probably close to $750 to $1,000 value of what it's costing to give this thing away. Now, how do you register? The simple answer is you don't. We are going to give it away live on one of our live shows sometime between the 12th and the 19th from that ship. We're using a little app called Raffly, which is going to see all the people that are live, and it's going to pick one of them. Okay? So that's your only thing that you have to do. The only thing you have to do is be live with us during one of those live shows. Now, I'm not going to tell you which show we're going to do, so you're going to have to watch them all, but we're going to give away this replica in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm going to get one. We're going to give one away to you guys. Now, we've had a lot of people say, I want one, I want one, I want one. So for those who don't get, if they don't win, if they want one, we may have a few others made, but we want to keep it very, very limited because we don't, there's thousands of those Titanic models sold. In fact, there's like 14, 15, 1,600 reviews on that particular model.
Wow.
So they must have sold at least 10,000 of them or more.
Yeah.
There's going to be just a few of these. So the value is going to remain high. It's going to be very, very sweet. So you just got to be present on one of our live shows. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, so you don't forget about that. And we're going to do that giveaway. Okay, so there's that. Talked about the group cruise. Anything else? Housekeeping wise?
I don't think so. We did have a comment on one of the Facebook posts. Let me pull that up. Let's see. So Sandy was wanting to know if we could get a look at cabin 9792 and also if they are doing Prices Right on this ship. Yes, they are doing Prices Right on this ship.
And more than likely, no, Sandy, we're not going to be able to get into cabin 9792. We did all of the cabins already. We showed them all last night. We were only able to get 9 of them, only. we do more cabin reviews than anybody. But normally we're getting, 13 to 20. So 9 was like...
Yeah, we were kind of sad.
Yeah. Now, because of the augmentation of this cruise, we are pulling into port at 3 o'clock in the morning. What we do not know is what is going to happen after that. Are they trying to get us off the boat at 3 o'clock in the morning? Or we're just getting there at 3 o'clock and we'll have a normal disembarkation process? We don't know any of that. 2, we haven't been given our update travel arrangements. So we have no idea when our flight actually leaves. So if our flight leaves at 10 o'clock in the morning, then no, we are off the ship early. We have no time and no chance to get extra cabins. So that being all said, if the planets and the moon and the sun and the stars all align and we're able to video some more cabins before we get off the ship, we will absolutely do that. And we have that one on the list now that we can try to get, but more than likely, we are probably not going to get to see that cabin for you. We apologize. So there you go. Let's see what else. We already talked about deck 8 going by for Kelly. Nobody else had any questions?
Yeah, no.
Any questions?
You guys have been surprisingly quiet.
I know, right?
Yeah, we usually get like 30 questions.
Yeah.
What about this and what about that?
Those of you joining us live that just coming in, we are 100% live on the NCL Aqua right now. We're sitting in our cabin. In fact, here's where is it? What's going on here? There we go. There's a live shot from our balcony. That's our camera out there. And we tell people, if you want to know something about this brand new ship, it's just out today. It's first passengers on it. There's no better time to get answers than right now because we can actually go speak to the crew and get those answers for those things to get you the information that you want. And so if you're live with us, leave it in the chat. If you're watching the replay, of course, leave a comment because we do answer all our comments. We'll gladly do our best to find the answers for you. Just like, Sandy messaged in our Facebook group about trying to see the cabin. Well, absolutely. We had somebody pre-cruise wanted to know about if the slide was going to be blocking her view or their view. Fortunately, we could not get into her cabin, but we were able to get into the cabin next door and stick the camera over the balcony so you could see inside the other balcony, and that there are no obstructions from the slide.
Correct.
So,
and that also does remind me, Macrina, you usually ask about a spirit jersey. So,
hang on. I'll go back to full screen. It'll be a little bit better.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Hang on. There you go.
So it's not exactly a spirit jersey, but there you go. You can see what it looks like. And it does say Aqua on there. That is the back of the jersey, and they have them in the shop for $64.99. Oops, I'm bumping things over here.
We just had a question about
Okay.
Larry wants to know if the app is working yet. I'm going to bring it up right now, and we're going to try.
Yes.
Okay. We've already made all the reservations that we want to make. We were given 3 meals at the specialty restaurants, which we've booked now, all 3, the teppanyaki, Onda, and we're going to still do Cagney's the last night of the cruise. So let's see here. Dining. Let's try to make a reservation at Los Lobos.
Okay.
I would say no.
It is not. It's not accepting reservations.
So
You have to
normally,
flip it around so they can see.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Normally there would be a button that says, make reservations. As you see, there's no button that says that. Okay. So the app is still not working for making reservations from the ship. If you're making them beforehand, they shut that off at some point too. You really have to make them like 100, 150 days ahead of time. But if you haven't, when you get on the ship, if they haven't gotten this app fixed, it was an hour and 10 minutes for us in line. Like I said, we're 1,000 people shy of full capacity. So I can only imagine what it's going to be like with full capacity. We never talked about the show, but let's have snack time.
Okay.
All right, everybody, grab a snack, grab your drinks, grab your snacks. We got our snacks. We're going to play a little snack music for you. Snack time. There's areas on deck 6, deck 7. I don't remember deck 8, but there are areas on the lower deck. As we're explaining for the show for Revolution, the downstairs is standing room only.
It
like
is.
Concert. So let's talk about the show because we never talked about the show. But Carol, yes, I believe it is easily accessible.
Yeah.
The show I thought was very well done. Outside of not being able to record, there's some live band, which was pretty decent.
Kicking, yeah.
Pretty decent.
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily like some of the sounds, but that's just me personally. But they were kicking it.
Yeah,
It's
they
just
were. They were playing.
the sounds that were coming out from what they were doing. That's something that needs to be fixed. But
that's the musician in him.
Yeah. The bass player he was getting down on it, but his sound was atrocious. and I'm sorry, it's just they didn't EQ it good. The sound was just atrocious.
You
But-
don't want to sit next to him during a show because this is what he does.
But what he was playing was freaking fantastic.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
He was
Guitar
really
player was
good.
on it. The drummer, everybody they
Yes.
were all over it.
They were.
The singers, the 2 male singers were pretty good. The 1 female singer, the shorter one, she was good. The taller one, not so much.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
overall, as a whole, you guys will probably have fantastic. I mean,
It was
didn't-
thoroughly enjoyable.
I did not hate that show
No.
at all whatsoever.
It was thoroughly, very, very entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they did a good job.
I think it was very well done.
Yeah. Just don't try to video it. Don't listen to what they tell you because they're lying. Because somebody's going to come tap you on the shoulder and yell at you. So yeah, that
when
show.
when you said you could video it, we didn't mean the whole thing.
So maybe we'll show you. It's on the other phone.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. You
I can't
probably.
reach it.
Yeah, I don't think we can do it anyway.
Yeah, it was very well done. It really was. Yeah, just
We could probably do some without the audio.
yeah, that's what it was probably intending to do anyway. Yeah, I don't know. But
Yeah.
if you're coming on the Aqua, definitely go see that show.
Yeah.
But just know, if you want that full concert vibe, Deck 6,
Yes.
standing room only,
Yes.
right? And to be honest, if you're not, I don't know when you have to camp out to get a chair. I don't know. But when we got there at like 3 after 7, they were all filled.
Yeah.
Almost
and
all
the
the
show
chairs.
started at 7:30.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Um,
There's no reservations.
No.
It's first come, first serve.
Yes.
No reserving or holding seats, right? None of that stuff.
Yeah.
We happened to find 2 seats that were sort of close to the middle. We're like, hey, is those seats taken? No. And I just stepped right over and got in before somebody else slid in, because this seems to be the thing here. It's like, having to wait. So, yeah. So, but the show was great. Yeah, really.
The show was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed
I'd
it.
put it top 5, honestly.
I would too.
Top
I
5
really
shows we've
would.
seen.
Yeah, I'm might even put it like number 2.
I won't go that far.
Yeah.
No, top 5.
It was really
No,
good.
you 2 for you if you want, but
Yeah, it was really good.
it was good. Yeah.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
How do you like your balcony cabin over your rated out of 10?
Are we talking the balcony portion or the cabin itself?
Yeah.
Let us know. The reason I'm asking is because the cabin itself is very, very spacious.
Yeah, we talked about all the sort of cabin stuff last night. So if you want to go back, you can look at that. I will add this, though. The balconies on this ship are a little bit bigger than some standard-ish type balconies. We haven't been out there yet, unfortunately, because it's just
not a whole lot. It's
just
been
hasn't been
windy
pleasant.
and blustery,
Yeah.
and yeah.
I go out there long enough to put the camera out there and long enough to take it back. And I'm surprised the camera actually works, because it's freaking frozen when I go and grab it.
It literally is icy cold.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's just see if it'll still move. Yep, it still moves. It really, guys, it's pretty cold out there. Danny's like, I have 2 questions tonight. Okay, Danny, ask your questions. Kara, they won't disembark before 7 a.m. Flights between noon and 2-ish is the best. Of course, right? This is, not our first rodeo, but we are not the ones planning our flights. We booked our cruise. We booked our airfare through the cruise line, which in this particular case works out slightly to our benefit, because with the changes of the cruise and it being longer, we don't have to rebook the flights. NCL is doing it for us. But the downside of that is you don't have any say in anything.
Yeah, zero say.
Sort of. I mean, pre-cruise, you can call the air department and get changes made and stuff, but this is a little different. So if all of a sudden we get there and the flight is at 10 o'clock, well, then the flight's at 10 o'clock. So, and the only other reason why I mention I'm not sure what's going to happen is they have specifically stated and noted that we arrive back at 3 a.m.
And that's unusual in itself.
Right. There's no reason to say 3 a.m. other than we're arriving on the morning of the 7th and blah, 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 blah.
Exactly.
As opposed to we are getting there at 3 a.m. So what I feel is that they may allow people to leave the ship early for the flight changes and stuff, because it's a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
People may have to go back to work. And so if they can get a 6 o'clock flight and be home by, 8 or whatever they're flying to, I don't know. So, but we'll let you know, Kara. But I agree. Typically, you don't get off a ship until 7:30 in the morning is the first people that are off. And you should never, honestly, I would, never book a flight before noon, ever.
I agreed. Totally agreed.
So, yeah. Carol was talking about for the scooters. Yeah, there's, in fact, right behind the 2 seats we were sitting in was where scooters and wheelchairs could park in the theater.
Oh, okay, yes.
She was talking about the scooters for the, so
gotcha.
Deck 7.
Yeah.
Port side, left side of the ship. There's an area right there, and it's, it's good views.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
For thinking of the jerseys. You're welcome.
You're
we have a
welcome.
list of things.
We do.
Kara's like, app is wonky. Yeah, their new app is, their app sucks. It's just not that good.
It does. When you're looking at the app, I think the thing that bothers me the most is, you click on your dining preferences and it's got all this nice little list of your restaurants, your complimentary restaurants and your specialty restaurants.
Hang on.
You click on that for the information, and it doesn't tell you what time they open or what time they close. You have to go elsewhere. You have to go to the hours of operation to figure out that information instead of just having it right there.
All right, so she's talking about dining.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hit the dining. And that brings up all of this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's go look at Cagney's. And as you see, there's no way to make a reservation. So that area of the app is not functioning.
But it also doesn't tell you what time it opens.
No hours of operation.
Nothing.
None of that. So you have no idea what's going on. You can view the menus.
You can.
Right.
For the specialty restaurants, not for the main dining. The main dining restaurants, the menus are not there.
Kids menu. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. The daily events. If I can find those.
You have to go on ship, and then daily.
And this is sort of what the daily looks like.
And then you have to click on the hours of operation to find out what time the restaurants are open.
There you go. And then there's all the hours of operation for all the food and stuff, or the different things.
Yeah.
Just sort of everything.
So it's just why?
Like anything else.
Why can't you have it all together?
Like anything else. Sorry, it's funny how quickly I get nauseous with that flipped around. It is so weird. Whew. Man, it's a new app. It's just been released, and like everything else that's new, it's going to be buggy.
Yes.
and sometimes feedback, but to me, I would think they would have learned some of these things in feedback, if you will, from previous apps and previous usage, that the new app needs to be upgraded to include this or this or this. One thing that I didn't notice on here, and I haven't really looked, is there a chat feature?
I haven't seen a chat feature. I was looking because I wanted to. Yeah, I wanted to talk to you, and I did not see a chat feature at all.
So some of the cruise lines, there's a chat feature within the app. Like Carnival charges $5. Everybody else it's free, but I pay the $5 because just. Lisa, where are you? Oh, I'm on deck 12. Oh, okay, let's go.
Yeah, it's so much easier to be able to do that.
Yep, app is wonky.
Yeah, it is. And that being said, when I went down to
NCL said show's over. Go ahead.
When I went down to guest services to get my card changed and to find out about the passenger count, the gentleman that I was speaking with said it's an entire new system. So, maybe that plays into some of the wonkiness. They're dealing with a new computer system as well as the new app, and they're all getting familiar with that.
Yeah, that's why I say it usually takes a little bit of time.
It does.
And the inaugurals, everything pack your patience.
Yes.
Things are just not going to work. That's why we talk, it was frustrating not being able to find a seat, but it wasn't the end of the day. It was just frustrating. Especially up in the buffet. Never had problems, especially at because by the time we got up there, it was like 1:30.
Yeah.
I can't believe we can't find a seat at the buffet at 1:30.
Right.
It's about to close. Maybe they took more than 3 desserts. Yeah, we must have cut out or something. I don't know. It says, and back. Snack time, yes. Oh my God, back. Enjoy y'all. You're welcome, Kara. We'll see you tomorrow. Missed entire snack time. Wow. Yes.
No.
Interesting. Danny, it was low cal, 0 cab snack time. I know, right? Snack time is nothing missed. We had some kind of chocolate, something or other.
Chocolate silk pie.
I hope to see the whole thing sometime. The preview I saw was awesome. Yeah, it was very well done. Music was pretty good. They stayed very true to it. Sometimes when it wasn't a tribute artist.
No,
right. It wasn't.
They had
like
4 or 5 different singers.
4 different singers. 2 females, 2 males.
Yeah.
Yep. And they were just essentially singing Prince songs.
Yeah.
Right. And the dances were choreography to it and stuff. And so they didn't. A lot of times, what I was going to say with stuff like this, they take the song and they make it their own. And they do different things with it. From the musician side of things, from me, musician, I love that creativity part of it. But if the song is 1999, I want to hear 1999. I don't want to hear your bastardized version of it, right? But they didn't do that.
No.
They kept all the songs very, very true.
I
think there was 1 or 2 that were a little different, but it was very well done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
the changes that they made were totally acceptable because they weren't trying to sound like Prince, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Of course, the one singer actually did sound pretty.
He really
he
he
was
looked
pretty
a
good.
little bit like
He
him
did.
too.
Yeah, he
Moved
did.
like him.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
He was. He was pretty
Yeah,
good.
you guys will enjoy Revolution.
Yeah,
Make sure you go
without
and
a
see
doubt.
Because like I'm happy that they got to go to the shows. I hate that they missed the shows in the line. I know.
Yeah.
But that's at least when we go overseas, it's great because we
The
have this
time
time change
change,
and we get
yeah.
to see the shows. So the closer we get to the U.S., it's going to be more challenging, which sucks because the last 2 nights I think are
It's
the
rumors.
is
No?
the Elements.
Oh, okay.
Rumors is the
Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac.
Yes.
Elements is more of the production show as opposed to a tribute type show.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
yes, Joff wants to know: did you guys try the glass floor? Joff,
Oh,
go to our website. Come on now, not our website, our YouTube channel. I put a short out today of me walking on it.
Yeah.
Come on, you missed it.
Do you pronounce it Jeff?
Jeff or Joff?
I think you pronounce it Jeff.
So yeah,
Yeah, let us know.
like Jeff.
Jeff.
Yeah, we actually we walked out there today.
Yeah.
3
Yes.
times.
Yes. I'm so proud of this guy because he is afraid of heights. And let me tell you, when you walk out on it and you see that water rushing under you, it's a little bit of a jolt. It really is. I'm not afraid of heights myself, but I was like, ooh, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we walked out there today. So
Yeah.
it was the first day that it was pleasant enough to be outside.
Yes.
So we went out today. And it's also the first day we were up before dinner.
That's true.
This one. I'm up, but this one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I've been sleeping a lot.
We I shot a short, a little 20-second short, put it up on the channel. It released today. So you can go watch. But yeah, walked on the glass floor.
Yes.
Wasn't very happy about it, but I did it. Jeff or Joff says, can you also show me the freestyle daily last cruise I was on? They changed them to a smaller one, which I did not like. Wanted to know if the Aqua has it. So
they are posted on Facebook, but I'm going to hold one up. Hang on, just let me figure out where it is.
Again, if you haven't done so, Joff, go to Facebook, answer the 2 questions. It's a private group, but just Facebook, search Tall Man's Cruise Adventures. All the food menus, all the dailies, they all go up there in the Facebook group. Okay.
Yes. So I don't post the little inserts that come with it.
But his answer is yes, they're small.
They are very small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's your daily.
They're trying to save paper.
Yeah.
They want you to go to the app. But heaven forbid you turn a camera on after they tell you can turn a camera on. You know, it's funny. For a little while, I almost felt like Ben and David up in the yacht club.
Did you?
Slightly.
I could tell that you were not very happy, but
Was not.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
For the first time, I understood why they wanted to get off so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, Jeff. Sorry, it's the small one.
It is.
Are the MDR menus available outside the dining room in the morning for the day? Yes, they are posted.
But you got to get up before noon to go.
They're just not in the app.
Yeah, they're not posted in the app.
Sense.
Yeah.
Question: did y'all buy a pass for the Vibe Beach Club? I hear it sells out quick. No. We did not.
Mm-mm.
Remember, Chris, we told you we're cheap. We don't do this. We'll go all the way back. We cruised NCL regularly, not just for the travel agent stuff, but we had on our own that we enjoyed it enough that we booked our own. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up.
Thank you.
But they then implemented, and this was,
Years
2017, 18, 19, somewhere in that area. They implemented this whole freestyle cruising thing.
Oh, it was way before that, wasn't it?
The point was it changed how NCL handled their cruising.
And everybody else afterward.
Correct. And all the nickel and diming started.
Yeah.
And of course everybody does it. And I don't want to call it old school, but the cruise, your cabin, your food, the entertainment. It's sort of, that's all package. If you want to drink, okay, great. You're going to have to buy drinks. I
Yeah.
get that. You want to go on an excursion? Okay, you're going to have to pay for an excursion. If you want to gamble, you're going to gamble. I get those things.
But your food should be included.
It always has been included.
Yeah.
I know that things change. But what had happened with NCL was they dumbed down the food in the main dining room.
Yeah.
And if you wanted that same quality that you used to get, you had to pay more to get the same quality that you used to get. And I just didn't like that. I didn't like that switch that they made. So we literally made the choice to stop cruising on NCL because of that.
Yeah.
And so we're back here now. Now I have all these restaurants and these different things. And, you know, I don't want to pay for a cabana. I don't want to go pay to sit at that side of this deck because you want to nickel and dime me. I'm just not going to do that. The ship with the exclusion of like the Haven area or on MSC, like the yacht club area, I get that.
Retreat or
right? Ship inside of a ship concept.
Yeah.
But if there's a visible part of the deck with chairs and you want me to pay to go sit there, I'm not going to do that. So I understand there might be a different vibe there, might be a different hang, might be some, but that's just not what we like or would want to do. So we would never do that. Okay. Says, say what you want about Carnival, but they have a pretty sweet app. Actually, their app is the best.
And we've talked about that many times that they have the best app.
Out of all the cruise lines we've been on, we have not been on Disney and Cunard. Those are the only two major cruise lines that sail out of the U.S. that we've not been on now.
Yeah.
And out of all of them, Carnival, yes, they have the best app.
Yeah. Hands down.
Yeah. McCready's like, yes, I agree. Carnival's app is very friendly. It is very friendly.
It is.
Question, Chris says, did you say how much this cruise cost? I hear it's real cheap from other streamers, like $130 a day for this crossing. You know what? I don't even remember. I'd have to go back and look it up, Chris. But that probably sounds about right. I mean,
no clue.
Let's see here. 130 times 2 times 7.
No, I think we probably paid more.
Yeah, I think we paid more. That was like $1,820. So $130 times 7 days times 2 people. $1,820.
I feel like we paid a lot more.
I'll go back and look at the invoice. We booked it because it's the inaugural. We wanted to take it. We wanted to take it transatlantic. I didn't care about the other stuff. Just that's why we wanted to do that. So. And
we wanted to do NCL as well because we haven't sailed on them since 2019.
Yeah, and we wanted to see if there, what changes may have come about.
Yes.
I know, like all their new ships have a whole different vibe, a whole different decor.
They do. I love the decor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
really do love the decor.
Chris, tomorrow I'll put it in the broadcast tomorrow. We'll talk about it. I'll go look. If you want to take a note, look up how much this cost us.
Okay.
Maybe for an inside cabin, I think it was a little bit more for the balcony. So, Ashley also agrees with Danny about the Carnival app. Danny says, "You're there to see Prince, not their version of Prince." Exactly. And it is pronounced Jeff.
It is pronounced Jeff. Okay.
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I'm going on the Aqua in less than 50 days, and I've been looking for updates on it for the last week. It's the first time I've seen you guys. Oh, well, thank you so much. Well, welcome to the Tall Matt Clan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course, you know what I'm about to say, right? Hit that subscribe button, buddy. Now, we'll be here with you every night. So tonight, and I don't know when you did log into the show, but we start off all the evenings with the content of the day, meaning if the thumbnail says we're going to show deck 6, obviously we say hello, we welcome everybody, but within the first couple minutes, we're into the content of the day. Today was deck 6, tomorrow will be deck 7. And then we hang around and have chat and Q&A and stuff like that. So
yeah, and we're here on the ship, so we invite you, if you have any questions, ask away, and we'll do our best to go find the answers for you while we're here.
So keep them coming.
Yeah.
You're in for a treat, Jeff. Welcome to the TMC family.
Oh, thank you.
Glass floor. Yeah. So I mean, go watch the short, guys.
Yeah,
it's like
seriously.
It's literally over the side of the ship.
It is.
You're walking on this freaking glass, looking down at the ocean, whisking by. There's nothing beneath you but the ocean.
And it's not like you're looking at just the ocean. You're looking at the wake of the ship.
The wash.
So it's like the white water.
You know what? Hang on. Let me. I'm going to do something. Hang on.
You gonna play it?
No, I'm gonna make a mess.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, y'all just hang with me. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I gotta find it. Go away. I know it's a black screen, but we're still here, guys. Just hang in there. I gotta find it. This is what we do here.
Thank you for your patience.
Yes. Here we go. This is called the Ocean Walk. And as you can see, we are literally over the edge of the ship, walking on glass. If anything happens to the glass, it's bye-bye, tall man. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
We had put that up as a short today. So there you go. Glass floor.
Yeah.
God. I just get the willies thinking about it. You guys should have no idea.
I am really proud of you. I really am.
Chris says 1,000 for 7 days and a balcony that gets now 10 is pretty awesome. 1,000 for 7 days and a balcony that you get now 10 days, meaning is pretty awesome. But yeah, it wasn't 1,000. It was 18, nearly 2,000. And
I think it was over 2
no,
that we paid.
Do the math. 130 times 7 days times 2 people. That's $1,820. Right. So
yeah.
But generally speaking, old school rules, and I know we have to change the vibe, but
yeah,
50, 75, 100. Those were the old numbers.
Yeah.
Right? 50 a day for an inside cabin, 75 a day for an ocean view, 100 a day for a balcony. That used to be sort of the litmus test of booking a cruise. Things have gotten much more expensive.
Yeah,
than
they
that.
have.
So
they have.
Yep. But yeah, trust me, if I found a 7-day cruise for 2 people for $1,000 for a balcony, dude, I'm booking that like 10 times over and over and over again. Right? Because again, we do a lot of cruising, obviously, and so I have to watch every dollar.
Yeah, definitely.
We pay for all this, y'all. I mean, you all are new to the channel. I know a lot of you have been around for a while, but for those who are new, the cruise lines don't give us any of this.
No.
They're not giving us free Wi-Fi. They're not giving us free alcohol. They're not giving us upscale debt. They give us nothing. Nothing. If they give us anything, it's a hard time. That's about the only thing they give us.
We can't even get a response to an email saying, "Hey, we're coming on board your ship and we're going to video and we'd love to be able to have access to your cabins." We don't even get a response to that email.
No. So we get nothing.
Nothing.
So we pay for it all ourselves, which is great, because then you also know you're getting the 100% true opinion, not swayed because they gave us a cabin.
Yeah.
Right? I would never do that anyway. So if anybody ever decides to give us a cabin, great, thank you. But trust me, we don't like it. We're going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. Danny also says, and it's not like you are in the Caribbean with lots of ships around. If you fall through,
right?
Yeah,
bye, tall man.
Yeah, you'd get swept under the ship. You'd be dead.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, it would pull you underneath.
Yeah, it would pull you under.
Yeah. Lori's like, I'm terrified of heights, but I will face my fear and walk the glass floor. Lori, I am terrified of heights too. And she'll tell you.
Oh,
not
yes.
kidding.
Yeah.
You want to see something else funny? I forget. Again,
terrified on Celebration.
That was Bolt. Did we also do the...
You did it was Bolt and the rope course.
To get the rope course,
yeah,
right?
It was both.
It's up one level from the deck, but you're up pretty high. I'm like, Lisa went and did it. I'm like, okay, I can probably get away with this. So I get up there and I get through the first obstacle. I'm like, oh, this is not good, Robert. And it's hard to go back. And so I get to the next obstacle and there's this like pole. Like,
He did for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
He's hugging the pole.
20 minutes trying to talk me down off the darn pole. So for me to walk that 3 times, they have it on both sides of the ship.
Yeah.
So we did 360, right? So one side and then the other side. And then I did it again to make the short.
Yeah.
I probably won't see me out there again. Sorry. But I did. I only would have liked, and I made a comment. It's not in the video. You won't hear it. Maybe in the in the Deck 8 tour. They have a handrail on the outside. On the inside is the glass of the atrium area.
Yes.
There's no handrail there. I sure would have loved a handrail on the inside because I would have been able to hold on to that close. Anyway. Elaine says, I watched that walk 3 times. You sounded so confident. Oh, yeah. I'm a good actor. That's right. Per person. Still awesome for 10 days. Yeah, absolutely. If that's what it was, with the extra 3 free days, yeah, it's great. And,
Right.
of course, for those who bought the drink package or the spa packages and all those stuff, that's an added bonus because that just also got extended for the extra time.
For no extra charge.
The only thing, and I'm quite sure we're going to have to, it hadn't been noticed, but we'll have to pay extra gratuities, I would think.
100% expect that we have to do that.
To me, I have no problem with that.
No, 0.
Even though I think they're a gag these days, but whatever. Chris says, the cheapest hotel I could find in Fort Lauderdale before my cruise was $270-ish. So $130 per person on a brand new ship is pretty good. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, totally.
Danny Max says, our 24-year-old son was being schooled and ridiculed on the Jubilee rope course by small children.
That's funny.
Come on, you old geezer, move it.
That would have been him.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, fortunately, people could get around me.
Yeah.
Several did.
Because he was holding onto the pole and you literally, they would go around the other side.
I tried. Just like Bolt, I tried. That was...
Terrified on Celebration. You got to watch it.
Yeah. Oh my God. I can imagine if you booked the Haven and got 3 extra days. I know, right?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we had an opportunity to upgrade to the Haven, but the entry level to sort of do the upgrade, even that was like, yeah,
it was
not doing that.
$1,100 per person.
Yeah.
To upgrade.
Yeah.
We thought, we got a balcony. We're good.
To the crappiest
Yes,
Haven cabin
yes.
that wasn't even in the compound
inside,
in the
yes.
Haven, right? So we're like,
Yes.
yeah.
We got a balcony. We're good.
One day when we hit 100,000 subscribers, and that'll be the celebration. We go and try the Haven for you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know, but what I find interesting, Chris, and I think we talked about this before, we somehow got into the MSC Yacht Club, right? And for those who join the channel, we are very frugal. Call me cheap, whatever you want to do. So
cheap.
we did do the upgrade thing, but for anybody that participates in the upgrade thing, there's like the little gas gauge that goes up, right? And if you move the little slide bar 1 tick, the gas gauge moves to why bother? You're not winning. Give it up. But that's as far as I go. I just 1 tick. Anyway, and somehow there must have been nobody booked in the yacht club.
There must have been.
Because we won.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
So anyway, we had such an amazing experience up there. It was mind-blowing. Truly. Valerie will tell you, if Valerie is still on, Valerie went there, and we promised to have her on.
I know.
We're not ignoring that. It just, life has just gotten in the way. Valerie, we apologize. Anyway, where I'm going with all this is half of the people that were up there used to be NCL Haven loyalists.
Yeah.
And they tried MSC once. They have never gone back. We've never gone back to NCL since.
And he's not kidding. I mean, everybody that we talked to up there, it seemed like, you know, 1 out of 2 people had been on in the Haven. And yeah.
So, which also says to me, in the back of my brain and that stuff, don't spend the money.
Yeah.
If you already had this experience at this level, and to have, let's just say, a similar experience on this other cruise line, but it's going to cost you twice as much, and it not be the same thing, you're wasting money.
Yeah.
So it's just hard to justify that.
Yeah, that's the struggle that goes on in our heads.
He wants to know what time we come on at Eastern Standard Time. 9 o'clock.
9 p.m. Eastern Standard.
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every night.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and even when we're not on ships, Jeff, we will typically come on every Sunday night and do some cruise, like a weekend review of the cruise industry and stuff. And we do some tips and tricks videos and some different things. So, but we keep it all in. Every once in a while, we'll actually turn the phone on while we're driving 12 hours to somewhere.
We do.
So if you have insomnia and you can't sleep, you can join us for that too.
We make great night lights.
Because we're just two idiots driving down the road at night. Oh, good God.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah, maybe
Yeah.
I'm going to do it
And we've got enough. What?
just for fun tonight.
I was going to say, and we've got enough crazy people that'll stay on with
I
us
know.
and play games. And which songs start with an R to keep us awake while we're driving overnight?
Yeah. Chris says, I've never won a Royal Up, and I put on strong bids, so you're lucky that you've ever gotten one, but I will always keep trying. Yeah, we try in
many of our cruises.
On Royal,
we did once.
On
the Mariner.
On the Mariner of the Seas.
Yeah.
My whole family was going. We videoed some of it. You got to see them. So it was myself and my wife, my daughter and her husband and grandson, and my mom and dad. And we were booked in it, all of us, in inside cabins. Again, it just the whole. I'd rather go on 2 cruises than have a balcony, right? I can take that same balcony money, and then we can go on 2 cruises. That would be our deal. But my daughter ended up doing the bid for like a scenic ocean view kind of thing, like up on the front of the ship,
like
in the saucer or something like that. I forget what it was.
Yeah.
Anyway, and she's like, but I bid like $160. I was like, okay, fine. So I had handled my mom's. So I did ours, I did my mom's, and lo and behold, all three of us got all up there in those scenic ocean view things.
And our cabins were like, every other cabin.
Well, Mom and Dad were all the way down, but the kids were like
pretty
one away from
close
us.
To us. Yeah.
So that was fun.
Yeah.
That one and the
Divina, the MSC Divina,
the yacht club. That was it. We've never won anything else.
Yeah.
So, and again, same thing with the cruises. Like here, we've always been on the other end. We've been having our cruises canceled or shortened. Never been on one that's been lengthened. So last night we talked about we need to go to the casino. So we need to go find a couple of machines and go drop some coin in there.
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
Yep.
We just don't have that luck.
Denny's like, drive videos, road trips. See, crazies, Jeff. Welcome to the club.
Yes.
I'm one of those crazies. Yep. Carol's like, me too. See, we love you guys.
We absolutely do.
That's why you all need to come with us on our group cruise.
Yeah.
Group cruise, TMC style. Just send us an email. We played the video a little bit ago. Send us an email. The more the merrier. What else? I'm going to have to find some other words to fit into TMC.
Other than Tall Man Clan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Tall Man Crazies.
Yeah,
TMCC.
Tall Man Crazies. Yeah.
Tall Man Crazy Club. All right, y'all.
Maybe.
We've been on for a couple hours. I'm quite sure we've overstayed our welcome with our new neighbors.
We definitely have to invite them over.
Yes. And anyway, we will be on tomorrow night, 9:00 Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
And with Deck 7, we already talked about that. Don't forget to leave your comments if you're watching the replay. If you have a question, don't forget we're giving away a cruise ship. So make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, become part of the Tall Man Clan. Don't forget that. Don't forget the group cruise, right? If you really want to help support the channel, we do have a Patreon account. I never talk about it, but there it is, patreon.com/tallmanclan. Yeah, anyway, so that's that. We're going to get out of here. We don't have to go home. You know the drill. I'm sorry. There we go. We don't have to go home, but we do have to get that out of here. Peace.